Hello, what's up guys, I'm Kyle from KGR, and this is the Sonic Movie 3 Crab Mech Battle playset. Now, I randomly found this guy when I was walking in a GameStop. So, if you're looking for this in particular, I'll either provide links down below if there's online listings, but if not, just walk into a GameStop and just see what happens. So looking at the box, you get the same motif as the other figures where you see Shadow and then the other characters, and then you get to see the mech itself, plus a little 2.5-inch Sonic. This is the same Sonic that you'll find when you're trying to look for the 5-inch figures, and you just see a display of those with maybe some shadows if they're lucky. But I feel silly unboxing this before the movie comes out, because we've seen him once in the trailer, and then that was it. Because it shows Sonic inside the mech. So I don't know what's going on in this movie, but I'm excited. So on one of the sides, we get the little motif of Shadow, like the little preview that we saw at the end of the movie 2. Then the other side, we get a render of Shadow that a lot of people love. And then on the back, we get more details on what this guy does. So according to this, the figure fits in the top up here. And then we also get a trap door, which I guess we're going to figure out how that works. And then the eye extends and the claws, they pinch. So this might be fun to play with. I'm down for that. And then it talks about the other 2.5-inch figures, which, by the way, this Knuckles looks so cool. I haven't found him by himself in the wild yet. I might grab it just if he looks cool in person. But I want to get the Robotnik just to compare it to the movie 2 one, because I mostly just have the movie 2 2.5-inch figures. So without further ado, let's open this up and check this guy out. As I'm recording this, the Sonic X Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings anime thing premiered last night, and I had such a good time watching that. So let me know in the comments, what did you think of that? So okay, so from what it feels like, you gotta open it this way because everything's laying in like that. Interesting. Okay, then we get the instructions, which honestly I'm probably gonna need because I need to figure out how the trap door and stuff works. But after opening up our Christmas present, here's the mech himself. Okay, then we have the legs all separated over here. We get our little Sonic figure, and then we have a couple of pinchy arms, which we gotta extract those guys. So if you don't know what you're doing, get an adult. I don't have an adult with me, so wish me luck. Don't cut these things open the way I'm doing it. I'm being absolutely stupid about it. If anything, like, get nippers from, like, a model kit, which I do have those, by the way. I just didn't grab them because I'm stupid. And now that they're free, I should be able to put this guy together. I'm honestly surprised that McDonald's or anybody isn't doing any promotions for this movie yet. Because there is a small part of me that wants to get a Sonic Movie 3 Happy Meal. Because I definitely didn't do it for Sonic Movie 2 for some reason. But I don't know, after the Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello Kitty collaboration, I'm like, man, kind of miss the Happy Meal toys. They're definitely not as good as they used to be. But hey, it's part of the nostalgia for me. I don't know, opening these little bags, like getting this ready, just reminded me of that, I guess. I ramble a lot, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm not sure if there's a certain way to put these claws in. I want to assume you want to put it in so, like, the screw holes aren't showing up as easy. I'm not sure. So I assume we're going to put this one in right here. And then this one we're going to put in right here as well. There's no satisfying click to when you put these in. They just, like, kind of suction themselves in for the most part. I can't tell if these are rubber. I don't think they are. But, like, the way they pop in, like, it's not a satisfying click, so hopefully getting them in and out, it's not going to be much of an issue when it comes to disassembly. But seeing the crab like this, especially like putting this thing together, kind of reminds me of, I think it's Ralph from Spy Kids 2. The little, like, beetle-looking thing. I used to have one of those when I was a kid. I used to love Spy Kids. So, hold on, just getting nostalgic. Just putting this thing together. Thinking about McDonald's and Spy Kids. That's not where my mind should be going, but I don't know. Now I want chicken nuggets. Okay, so it looks like they're all in now, so we should be good. And it's nice how this thing actually has articulation. Like, they all have hinges, like, everywhere, so that's nice. Alright. So, how well do you stand up? Half decent. But part of me wishes he dances. So I guess you open this up manually like this. But how exactly does he fit in there? Which, by the way, here's a little 2.5-inch figure. I'm sure you've seen this in the wild when you're trying to hunt for figures. He actually looks really stinking cute. I want to compare him to some of the other figures here pretty soon. So, like, does he just sit in there like this? Or is it the other way? Because I feel like that looks right. But then he just, like, falls right through. And then you just open this bottom door and he's like, nope, I'm out. So there's no buttons or anything. So if you want to extend the eye, you literally gotta like pull it out manually. And it's very rubbery too. It's like kind of bendy, so it shouldn't break too easy on you. So I like how the eye like pointing out is like, what are you doing here? Hold on, let me pull out some other figures real quick. Okay, so these guys I pulled out from the Sonic Movie 2 playset. Actually, I forgot a few more things. So originally I was going to compare this crab mech to the other baddies you get in the playset. And before I started filming, I had the little egg thing too. I had it set aside. But it just disappeared before I started filming. So I have no idea where that thing is now. Okay. So comparing the 2.5-inch figures, like this is movie 3, this is movie 2. This one looks a lot more cartoonic. I kind of like the face on this one more, but like this one definitely like is a lot more expressive. That's interesting. I like that. And then we got the Knuckles right here. This is from movie 2 as well, which I want to see what the movie 3 one looks like, because I'm pretty sure it looks a lot better. Then we got movie 2 Tails, which there's no movie 3 Tails yet, so give it time. Then we got a Robotnik from movie 2, which doesn't scale well, but it might fit in this mech, so let's see how that works. But then we also did pick up a Shadow, because why not? Because for some reason, if Sonic is inside this thing, I want to assume he's using it to fight Shadow, so let's play with Shadow. So here is Shadow next to movie 3 Sonic, as well as movie 2 Sonic. Yeah, he looks cute. I like him. So, can we fit Robotnik inside this playset? Not entirely. If you want him to look menacing in there, I guess you can do that. Or you can have him, like, really lounge back if you really want to. But he's not using that escape door. But this is definitely made to be used with Sonic. But with Shadow's quills, yeah, he's not sliding down that either. Like, yeah, this is definitely not made for anybody else. So we're going to use the friendly looking Sonic. Actually, this is pretty cute. I kind of want to buy another one of these. So I guess we put him in here. And then close the lid. Put the eye back in. And then, of course, after Shadow is done riding on his motorcycle, which, by the way, I'm looking for that. So eventually I'll review that if I find it in the wild, which, give it time, I will. But I'm surprised I didn't do anything like that for the smaller figure. That's silly. So anyway, after he's skating along, just having a good time, you know, thinking about Maria, doing whatever. He shows up all angry because no one got him a Happy Meal. And then we got Giant Crab meets Sonic after he hung out with Robotnik for a minute. So then you pull out the eye. you pull out the eye, there you go. And then Shadow is looking at it and Sonic's like, I see you. And then Shadow's like, well, I don't see you. Bam, now he does. So I guess he's like, oh, you're afraid of fighting me? So you gotta use a giant crab mech? Again, I'm just assuming at this point, because I have no idea what the context is for this guy. So how does this work? So like, you got the pinching crabs, which, don't get me wrong, that is pretty cool. But what happens? Go to grab Shadow? Because let's be real, Shadow's fast. Some might think he's faster than Sonic. So he's not going to grab him, I don't think. So it's just crab, miss. Crab, miss. And then fall over if you don't set up the legs right, because he is a little top heavy. But you do got to articulate it a little bit so you can like get down there and grab him. I don't know what Tails and Knuckles are doing in this. They're probably hiding away because There's not enough room in the mech for him. So after saying this is stupid and Shadow beats the crap out of it, he's like, all right, I'm out. Where's it? Here it is. Yeah, I'm out of here. No way. Oh, and that just popped off. Okay, didn't mean to do that. So after Shadow is beating the crap out of this thing, Sonic is running with his tail between his legs, and while this thing just gets all blown up, and you just rip off the arm. It's a little difficult to unassemble this guy or disassemble. Again, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. But anyway, Shadow beats it up, and now he's upside down, and he's like, all right, now where's my Chaos Emeralds? I'm not gonna lie, like having Shadow standing on top of it like that, that is kind of cool looking. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Hold on. Let's get a shot of Shadow just standing there, and then Sonic and friends, if I can get him to stand up, are standing there like, holy crap, this guy's a menace. This guy is a bigger threat than we expected. I like that. That actually looks really cool. Which, can we just admire how good this little Shadow figure looks? He's only 2.5 inches, but like, I love this. I love this so much. And I love how close he looks to the actual Shadow. Like, not like, but Sonic, like, sure, you got the blue arms, and like the quills look a little small, I guess, in comparison to what you would see in the game, except for Forces and Frontiers. They made this quill small. But like with Shadow, like, it definitely looks like Shadow. I thought it was gonna look more like movie Sonic with like short quills and everything, but no, they kept it close. They made it look really good. So I guess that's the playset, I guess. I mean, it's just a giant robot that Sonic can play with. But when you compare it to this guy, that looks pretty cool. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, look at that. These look cool together. I wish I had the little egg drone thing. I don't know what happened to that. I literally had it before I pressed record, and now it's gone. But if anything, this actually really reminds me of something from Sonic Forces because of like the white motif to it. Like, it is supposed to be from the movie, but you can use this like for a Sonic Forces display if you really want to. Especially if you have like other figures like Amy or something like that, so you can like have it pinched and like Sonic comes in and saves the day. So like you don't need this exclusively for Sonic Movie 3. This is just a cool thing to play with in general. But it's just weird that you gotta like open everything yourself. Like I thought things would be like spring loaded or something. I think the only thing that I don't like is like the eye, like how you gotta extend that yourself. Like it's kind of tough to get it out at first. It takes a couple of tries, but once it's out, like at least it's rubbery so it doesn't break easy. So I got this for what? $31.99. Plus, if I got it at GameStop and I got the Pro membership thing, I got it for $5 cheaper, so I only spent like 25 bucks. So it was the $30.99 down here, the Pro member price, plus like $5 off on top of that. So if you collect 2.5-inch figures, this is not a bad addition. I like this. It's pretty cool. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. There's going to be some links down below on my social media and hopefully a place where you can buy this guy. Let me know in the comments how excited are you for this movie, because I am way too excited for this movie. Like, I'm probably going to see this movie I don't know how many times, and I spent $600 on the game alone. Like, it's intense. I'm excited. I'm very excited. But anyway, thank you for watching. I love you guys to death. And I'll see you on the next one. So peace.